All right. Welcome everybody to tonight's Super Mario Brothers 3 Warpless Tournament 2024 action. We have Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy taking on an old school legend here in WhenChukAttacks. I'm the Haxer and I'm joined in commentary tonight by High Flyer 28. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Just had dinner and really looking forward to this race. This could be very exciting.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna get some dessert here. So, yeah, should should be a pretty good race here. Those of you maybe that haven't followed Mario 3 for as long as I've been in Mario 3 anyway, may not recognize Chuck, but Chuck, when I got started, was one of the best racers. He actually won the tournament in 2018, and I think that was the last tournament he actually participated in too. So definitely has some history here, but he's got his work cut out for him, especially tonight with Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy, who had a pretty good showing in his last race, which I did do commentary for. He had some unfortunate RNG, but we'll see if things go better for him tonight.
Yeah, I just dropped the flag for our runners, so we're gonna wait for the restream and the streams to catch up, and we're gonna get this race started. And yeah, like you said, both runners really good runners in this game in particular. And yeah, again, just can't wait to see what goes on. Let's see how close it is, or at least how long it can stay close for.
Yeah, I seem to recall. I think Chuck is 2-0 and Spicy is 1-1. So Spicy kind of getting the short end of the stick here as of the 1-1s, drawing a 2-0. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything, And he performed pretty well in his last race. So.
Oh, for sure. And that's the thing about Spicy Chicken Spicy Boy also. He grinds this game almost every day, to, from what I can gather. So, if anyone could take Chuck on and maybe rely on the hands maybe to determine the race, it's definitely going to be Spicy.
So yeah, it looks like we're off here.
Ooh.
Making our way into 1-1 here. Spicy doing the pipe rub strat, getting off to a good start here. In 1-1, Chuck, I believe, did the turn back, so he doesn't have time to rub on pipes here. He's going to save that little bit of time and get off to a little bit of a lead here, although he gets a movement of 2, so do we get a 1? Oh, and he's lost it just like that.
It frightens me when y'all go for the non-pipe rub, because if you die in that level, that's already what, like a 7-second loss at least.
I think it's longer. Yeah, it's like 10 to 15 probably.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, I was just trying to be generous there, but yeah, I figured so. But yeah.
But
these like guys are professionals.
Yeah, of course. Chuck getting the early P speed in 1-2 there, going to pick up a little extra time because Spicy had some trouble picking up P speed at all, but he did eventually get it, and both having no problems with the fort here. Gonna get the fly up, both skipping the waffle just for a little bit of safety here.
Nice.
So yeah, 1-5 here. We're gonna see some intentional sliding down the hill and some resync for our runners here. Oh, and then all of a sudden Spicy's stream froze, so never mind.
A little freeze frame here from Spicy.
So yeah, you can see he's in the process of those iframes here. But meanwhile, Chuck making out of the level, and there we are. Apparently, he just warped ahead, and looks like there's about a second or two difference between the runners. A little bit of a divergence here. Spicy's gonna have to fight the bro first because it moved into him, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Get him out of the way. One less movement you got to worry about after the level. However, this is gonna potentially change up his boss pattern a little bit. So we'll see if he's ready for it. And leap of faith. Woof. Okay, he was pretty close to the end of that one. Yeah, very good. And Chuck fighting it after 1-6 here on the ideal square, picking up the early fire flowers, so he's able to pick that up without losing any time here. Well, actually,
the jump.
Oh, and we get the jump, which while it doesn't do anything for you, it just shows off how cool you are because he got the first frame jump. It wasn't just the jump.
Yeah, almost a 2-second difference on the touchdown. So yeah, still close. For sure. The only thing, Spicy just got to grab the flower here, so he'll lose what, what is it, like a few frames just from grabbing the flower. And other than that,
Yeah,
pretty close.
about half a second. Yep. So.
Any bouncy flowers? Oh,
Not tonight.
nope.
So
I guess
yeah,
these
we'll
runners
see.
just don't want no hands, I guess.
I mean, it's a warpless race. Everybody's getting hands. It's just a question of how many. Spicy, you're ready for the pattern here. Very nicely done. Beautiful fight from both of them coming out here. Not getting any of Larry's usual hijinks here. Both runners could have had a little bit of trouble with there. Sometimes when you get the early fire flower, you'll get this weird jumping pattern from him, but did not happen for Chuck, so very fortunate.
Yeah, actually, I want to thank Neo Shazam for that info. Both in the differences of PBs are only by 5 seconds, so that just goes to show the level of skill these two runners have going up against each other, despite the record difference.
Yeah, and it's worth noting for Chuck that PB is from 2018. I'm gonna say.
Oh, wow!
So
Wow!
It's old. Yeah. Surely he can beat that now because, to put in perspective, we didn't have sub-pixel manipulation back then. In fact, that wasn't even close to sub-pixel manipulation. That was like 2 years or 3 years after. So,
did you guys know which bro had the early hammer at that time?
that I think was just discovered in like 2017. Yeah. So,
Oh wow!
yeah, meanwhile, we got 2-2 here, no one going for P speed. So this is one of the few stages where you typically don't see runners obtain P speed until maybe this very end here before the card. And Spicy's got to be a little careful. Looked like he did the slight slowdown there to ensure he got the star, which is good.
Yep.
And making their way into the fort here. The early P speed is a little tough. Chuck had a little trouble there, and so did Spicy actually. But Chuck picking up the later P speed and Spicy picking up it as well. Chuck's gonna have to rebuild this upper section here, so Spicy can pick up a little bit of extra time here. It is one of the toughest strats here in World 2, that early P speed. So. And 5 fireballs, and the is down.
Still 2 seconds.
All right, Chuck wants no part of the music box, and neither does Spicy. So we're not going to see any box in World 2 here from either runner, it looks like.
Any green rockets? Oh no! No! I know Spicy normally goes for it, and you can tell something wasn't right there.
Yeah, he lost his P speed, unfortunately, and we see Chuck doing the old but reliable strat there, and doing the little shell knockback too, which does save a little additional time versus waiting for it to go back and forth. So,
the Spicy could have fought the bro if he wanted to try to go for a post 2-3. I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't have thought of that in this situation, to be honest with you.
I don't know how many times I've seen that in PB attempts, and it just stuck in my brain. It's like, oh wait, Mushroom House, bro. Yep, yeah, and that he has to go the other way or to the Mushroom House. So. Yeah,
the good news is at least he has a very clear level choice here. So doing 2-4 is going to get to pick up the hammer. Meanwhile, we see a bit of a divergence because Chuck having to do 2-5 here to hopefully pick up his bro. And he'll be able to. So
for Spicy, as long as the bro is not at the Mushroom House, then he's just going to get movement to 1 for now on.
Yeah. So yeah, based on level difference there, Spicy will be able to pick up again a small amount of time. And Chuck just kind of losing his fire flower there. I'm not
Ooh.
quite sure what happened on that jump up. That was kind of a weird one.
I think he just happened to get too close to the beetle going up instead of like getting higher up on top of it.
Yeah, and he
And just
appears to be in shock as well because he hasn't moved since it happened. So
yeah. I mean, I would be too. That's just something you don't see very often.
no, yeah. You're right. He must have let go of his jump a little early or something.
All right, 807 A press for Spicy.
Yeah, so running about an 8:30 or 9:30 world here, assuming boss cooperates, which again, not having fire going in the airship, is he going to be prepared for the pattern he's getting here? Not entirely sure. And there we go.
All right.
So yeah, only a few seconds separating him right now.
If I saw correctly on a certain spot on the airship, I would say about 4 seconds separates them right now.
Okay.
Which is still pretty good. I mean, considering Spicy losing the fire. I mean, they both technically lost fire, so
Right.
pretty much did the same thing. Other than a level.
Switching to Spicy's audio here for a moment, just as we're trying to recover Chuck's stream, and Chuck nearing the end of the airship here. Is he going to be aware of his pattern too? Very important here. Looks like he wasn't quite ready for what Morton had cooking there, and meanwhile, Spicy getting the tuna and fire killing the tuna. You could see how close that made it. So
less than a second. They went from 4 seconds to less than a second just from a fire kill. Very nicely done from Spicy.
So yeah, knowing your kills, knowing what's going to happen there can pay out big time for sure.
Practically synced.
Yeah, in fact, I switched the audio and it just completed the song. Like, that's pretty nice.
Oh, it looked like Chuck was slightly in the lead just from the fade out, but yeah. Little freeze frame. No 1 frame jump from Spicy.
All right, and one of the easier levels in the run here, 3-1. You see him going up over the top rope, back into the water. Yep. Small optimization is tough there, trying to jump as far as you can from that top spot into the water, but pretty minimal difference. We're talking frames here, so
yeah.
Spicy again, foregoing 3-2 P speed. He did this in the last race too. I'm not sure. Is this normal for him to not go for this in like his runs as well?
I think he does go for the actual P speed in his PB attempts. I think because it's a race, he doesn't want to lose Fire Flower. He knows his opponent's, really good and probably just doesn't want to take any chances.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I do know Spicy does kind of play safe in certain spots compared to his PB attempts.
Both runners basically in the same spot here. It's looking like Chuck must have not gotten P speed as well, or
the sync.
Yeah. Spicy actually taking a slight lead here. It looks like.
Yeah. Oh my god, the bros are in the same spot.
Any door 3? No door 3. As expected. As you would like to see.
Oh my god. Are they going to get the same bro RNG? That would be something.
Well, maybe they started the game on the same frame. And,
they might have. Let's see. Both facing the same direction. Oh no!
Getting terrible RNG in World 3 again. This is the second straight race he's gotten this.
Oh no. And he's gambling. Oh, and then he has to face it anyway. Never mind. Yeah.
Does it come back? It does not. Oh.
I've watched too many races today.
Yeah, his best move is to actually take a
Yeah.
death in this stage early on, and regrab his fire here. But I don't know how often this happens to him, or if he's done a lot of no resets in this situation. So hopefully the bro now comes back. Otherwise, yeah, he's potentially.
Nope.
Well, the good news for him is this: he's not going to have to worry about fighting it, and it's not
No.
going to start running over the level and gatekeeping either. So that is good here, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, he is going to be losing his mushroom.
Okay, good backup. Yep, I like this backup. I do it myself, and it is hard, and you can mess up very easily.
Yeah, taking out the boss bass there, doesn't have to worry about it in the water. You know, it looked a little scary at the end there, but it wasn't even really that close. So
yeah.
all right.
Oh, okay. And we're gonna see frame perfect Mario just coming out of the pipe. All right. Got Spicy back, and oh, he's gonna grab the fire. Not a bad call. Definitely don't want to go into the Wendy fight with no fire, because as we saw earlier on today, that could just be very problematic.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Chuck making it to the airship first, kind of on virtue of the RNG swing here, unfortunately for Spicy. So this has kind of put him further behind than he otherwise would be. He actually probably would have a slight lead here, otherwise. But yeah, we're seeing freezing on that screen again.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So yeah, it's basically a Hammer Bro fight difference between them at this point. It is also worth noting Spicy is down that star that he would normally have. So not sure how that affects his route here.
Did I just see the log jump from Chuck? I might have saw. I looked over real quick, and it looked like he jumped off the log, which is kind of like doing a wall jump.
Yeah, I have no idea. I missed it. Getting the nice standard Wendy kill there, no problem.
Yep. 1536, one grab there. Yeah, like you said, World 4 can definitely change the lead, or it can at least get them tied too. Never know.
Yeah. Looked like Spicy tried to go for a more aggressive kill there and then bailed. I'm not sure. It looked a little awkward. I was a little scared he was going to lose his fire. He was getting cornered there.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows how to do the aggressive fire kill, so I couldn't tell you that.
All right, we'll see some shell strats coming out for Chuck for sure. So, oh wait, no, he's not doing shell strats. Oh, and he's doing the old way of 4-1P speed with the turn back and everything there. Okay.
I did not know you could do that with the turn back right there. I might actually start doing that myself.
I kind of stopped doing it because it's just easier to jump over the pipe like what Spicy did there. It's because it's a consistent build. I found that the turn back is less consistent, but that was the way people used to do it for sure. And yeah, meanwhile in 4-2 here, getting the despawn, gonna make it out of the stage, no problem. No Koopa shells in his way here.
Spicy not getting good bro RNG so far, as we see the bro going over the fort and down, so you definitely don't want to see the next movement go wrong there. And Chuck's Cloud Bro just straight up ran away.
Yep. Maybe Spicy's gonna get a little bit of RNG back here. And
Okay.
he's going to be able to pick his up, so that's good for him. Because he's still got the hammer in World 3, so he's not going to have to play the fort or anything here. So should have a pretty standard World 4 route here.
Yeah, let's see what happens to the bros for Chuck here.
And he's gone. Yeah, Chuck really wants him to move down after the stage. And picking up the top rope P-speed here. Does he have the swim rhythm? He does. And he gets the jump off the Lagatoo over. Gonna get the super swim here. Keep his speed into the pipe. Oh, that was closer than I was thinking.
Same.
Meanwhile, Spicy's Hammer Bros coming over to chill, I guess, you know?
Yeah. Oh, no P-speed, though.
No. And the cloud does move down for Chuck, so he's going to be able to pick it up here. And he should be in the clear here with the Hammer Bros because he'll be able to music box and never have to worry about him. And let's see what we got cooking for Spicy here. Actually, he's in the clear as well. He'll just be able to music box and not fight them. But he is choosing to fight both of them. Okay. He is going to have to also fight the P-Wing. So he will pick up an extra bro here that he probably didn't want to do, but he will then be able to skip the 2 in the basement of World 5. So, meanwhile, Chuck's already on the Fortress of this world, does not get the early P-speed, unfortunately, so he's going to take a leisurely stroll through the stage, and kind of a mixed aggressive kill on the boot there. That was interesting.
Right.
Gets a movement of 1. Very good. Very good. Nice pattern.
This is a good pace.
Yeah. Solid run from him so far. And for Spicy as well, most of the difference between them, again, kind of that it's really the Hammer Bros actually is the entire difference between the two. So yeah, right now Chuck's lead is a bit artificial because he will have to fight a Hammer Bro in World 5 that Spicy did not have to fight or does not have to fight, but he'll still have a bit of a lead here. Should be probably still about 15 seconds, I'd imagine. So once things sync up again.
Yeah, I do know Chuck's A press was about 1935, and Spicy, I think, was in the 50s. So.
Yeah, but there is a problem with World 5. He could get unlucky and be forced to fight both the Hammer Bros in the basement, so. Let's see what happens there.
Oh, and looks like Spicy's not going to respect the devs and ride the screw here to get the alignment. Unfortunate. And neither did Chuck.
Surely the bros won't be jerks in Super Bro RNG 3. Yeah, true. They weren't the world record. That's about all I can say. All right, Chuck already in the boss fight here. Going ahead and stomping this boss. I don't think he ever really learned this fire kill. I'm trying to think back, because the World 4 fire kill wasn't as common when he was running the game, so. And Spicy gonna get the 100% pattern here, which he should be ready for. And beautifully done. I think last time he had some issue here, so gets it this time. Redemption.
Yeah.
So we're going to be seeing some fire route action, I think, from both runners in World 5 here. The standard, the tried, true, tested SMB3 Warpless method that doesn't rely on a bunch of clips and jumps, wall jumps, and things like that. Unfortunately for Chuck, getting the bro switch there, which he did not want to have happen. Yeah, sure enough, Spicy going through the fire here. Not going to be doing the P-Wing shenanigans. See if he can avoid the pit of shame.
Looks like Chuck did.
Yep. All right, so the P-Wing's going to be next to him when he comes out of this pipe. Based on logic, what he did there is correct. So he wants them to switch again. Because if they switch again, he'll be able to skip the star. And he's got a 50-50 chance of that happening here. So basically, it's dependent on what the star does. Does the star move down, or does the star move up? And unfortunately, it moved down. So he's probably fighting both of them.
Oof. Yep.
If it does move over the level, he probably will skip it. No, he's going to go back and grab it. Okay, so the RNG evening things up a bit here. We're going to see, because Spicy going to be able to music box these, and we're going to be pretty close to sync here. So both getting some unlucky bro RNG, but about even.
Wow. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Spicy's slipping Miyamoto a 20 over there for that for that RNG on the bros.
Yeah, Spicy not feeling comfortable skipping that thwomp there after losing the P speed. You do have to be very particular with your movement to get that back, and he didn't feel comfortable doing it. Wants to keep this fire here. There aren't a ton. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose this here. There aren't a ton of great options in this world to get it back. So, I mean, 5-7 is obviously the best one. But yeah, ideally, wouldn't have to do any backup strats. And
oh my god,
he's made that mistake before. You can tell.
Man,
he was ready. He was ready.
Yeah. Oh my god. That scared me for a moment.
Everybody's made that mistake. Most of the time, you don't correct it though. I'd say every time I've made that mistake, I pretty much died. So really, really quick thinking there from Chuck to start mashing that B button. Does get the early P speed and keep it here in 5-5. Yeah, really good save on the P speed there. Nicely done. Spicy gonna pick it up a little later here, so Chuck extending the lead slightly, but they're both pretty close here. And Chuck, unfortunately, getting the worst hammer bro here, the one that moves to the castle, so is going to be losing some time from bro movements as well. And we do apologize. It seems like Twitch is having some problem streams. So
yeah. And we'd like to welcome on in the Raiders from Disaster Caddy's raid. Welcome on in, everybody.
And all right, looks like the bro moved out, gave him another movement of 4, and then moved into him. And by the nature of those movements, it looks like Spicy has taken a lead here.
I think he has to chase down the. Does he have to chase down the box though?
Oh, he does. You're right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it moved to the left of the fort, so yeah, Chuck should technically take back the lead.
Yeah, a slight lead here, I think. Sure enough. And the good news for Chuck, he's not going to get any bro movements anymore, so he doesn't have to worry about them giving him movements of 4. He's going to get a really nice boss pattern here as well, although again, I'm not entirely sure how comfortable he would be with fire killing this boss anyway, because, you know, again, back when he set his PB, World 4 and 5 fire kills were definitely less common. Like, pretty much only Mitch and Kurura were doing them for the most part, so.
Ooh, I don't know if he's gonna get the good pattern because he inventoried all the way to the right instead of going 2 to the left.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, typically you just see people stomp this boss anyway.
And Spicy getting the swag, getting the jump, and the fireball throw in the throne room. Oh, silver block. Oh no.
That's a reset, right? I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure. I think you just insta lost the race. That is a very questionable decision by Chuck. Silver block.
If you were to PB, Uninerdo would automatically deny it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't expect to see something so controversial in a race today.
Although I do know Narfman will accept them because he's accepted my silver blocks before, and
Okay.
but since Chuck did beat Narfman, I don't know if Narfman will be so generous that time.
That's fair. That's fair. And yeah, Chuck just doing the stomps here. Looks like he did have a nice pattern there, but yeah, more comfortable doing this. And Spicy doing the movement of 4 kill. Looks like is what he got. So he got the old manipulation kill. Very nice.
2 seconds, if I saw correctly.
So yeah, we got a barn burner going on here. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, Neo corrected me. 3 seconds.
So yeah, runs in the low 29 minutes here. Potential high 51 pace runs here.
Yeah.
A lot of things that are vitally important to that, though, left to do. Yeah, both not having to worry about coin chips here, very nice. And an upper pattern here for Spicy, unlucky. All right, let's see some damage boosting here in 6F1. So we've kept this Fire Flower for so long for this purpose right here, and Chuck taking a little more conservative there, and Spicy. Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! I thought he missed it.
Is it conservative if the strat you did is technically harder than the normal one? You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But does make it out. Both making it out here. Spicy picking up a little bit of time there by the nicer grab in the third or the second room from the star. So real close here, right on Chuck's heels. Looking like he's gonna get early P speed. Oh, gets sub-pixeled. He thought he had it. He thought he had it. That's why he did the turn back. So unlucky there. But we'll get a tune to 89 for his efforts. So not only did he not get the P speed, but he lost time. Love to see it. And Chuck looking like he's in the clear here from the star. That is the star above him.
Mm-hmm. I think the Cloud Rose on the bottom too. So I think he should be okay.
He should be. Yep. I don't think it's possible for him to switch. So that would be what would have to happen.
Spicy going for the squirrel kick strat, a korenpoku, as it's called in Finnish. Very safe and free.
Is that Finnish for this loses time or the normal one?
Yeah, it does a little bit compared to the normal strat, but yes.
All right, Chuck is Spicy safe? No, the bro moves in the path. Not giving him a break here again. The bros have not been kind to him in the tournament so far. So You know, it's what you come to expect from a Mario 3 Warpless run, though. You know,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter because he's still in the hands range, right? And that's the key. Like he's still within one hand. Everything's go.
Oh my god! Oh my
I
god!
almost jinxed it. I almost jinxed it. That would have not been good.
I'm sure Spicy probably almost heart dropped there for a moment.
Yeah, we're probably gonna need a pants change after that one.
Yes, I think I might need one. There's been quite a few of those.
But did he die? No, he didn't die. He didn't die. He's fine.
No. Yep. Everything
so
is
yeah.
fine.
Both runners gonna have P-Wings here for 6-9. Again, very, very chill Warbless route going on here. So, you know,
yeah.
You're just clipping 7-1. 7-1's the only thing you gotta worry about in terms of, you know, the weird shenanigans here in World 7. So, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, up until this point, this race has been really good and very close. Not much more you can ask for, honestly.
No. And should really stay that way. You know, unless 7-1 has other ideas, which sometimes but
yeah.
And yeah, it's a good point. I'm not sure again how familiar Chuck will be with sub-pixel manipulation strats. I didn't get a chance to see his last couple races in their entirety, so Spicy unfortunately taking some extra damage there. So
yeah.
The fort was a little scarier than he would have liked.
Yeah, unfortunate, because I'm sure he would have tried to go for that floor clip to try to gain some ground here, but yeah, I mean, unless you're Chikubi going for the floor clip small in a tournament race, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody else go for it.
Yeah, you know, Chikubi doesn't care. Yeah, I remember I raced Chikubi in a points tournament race once, and he died in 2-2. And he had made it known in the chat, because you can't watch the other player, right? When you're doing the points tournament. And at that point, I'm thinking, cool. Like, you know, I beat him in the first race on time. I'm like, surely I beat him the second race on time, too, picking up the extra points. And he actually beat me on time in that race, so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
First class clip.
I don't think he made a single mistake for the rest of the run after that happened.
All right, Budsy, what's on the first class menu? We know Spicy's not going to be there. He's going to be riding with the luggage.
Yeah, you know, Chuck getting the nice, easy ride here in the airship. Enjoying all the flames. All right.
And
okay, so it looks like he does duck clip manipulation. Fair enough. All right.
Yep.
And let's see, what do we got from Spice here? I think Spicy's a pipe rubber, isn't he?
It's been a while since I've seen him go for it. I think so. I think he did switch to the Louis rub.
I don't know what he tried. I think he was trying to move left there, so maybe he's just gonna pipe rub as a backup. I'm not really sure. And Chuck hitting the right frame but standing up. Unfortunate. And
that was weird. It looked like he did duck, but I think he let go of it right before jumping.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He was having a little trouble with his timing there. He does get the duck clip in there. That was kind of a weird one. It looked like he jumped late and it still worked. I'm not really sure. And yeah, as predicted, Spicy with the pipe rub there. I think he was trying to do the normal.
Oh, okay. Okay, three is not bad.
Yeah, picked up a bunch of time there, so big deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, Chuck having 2 flowers needs to watch out for that fanfare there.
And I know Spicy's down no, he doesn't. He's not down a star. Never mind. He fought the star in 6. He doesn't. Yeah, he's got and 4. Never mind. He was down the world 3 star, but he fought 2 extras. So He's good.
Yep.
But yeah, World 7 getting interesting here. And again, you know, neither runner going to have to clip 7-6, so we're not going to see a large swing there. We'll see what happens in terms of the routing at the end of this world here. So I know Chuck is a player that likes to do fire route in Warpless, so we're probably going to see 7-9 coming out from him at the very least. But Spicy, I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah, Spicy, I believe, does fire also. I don't recall Spicy ever switching the hammer, unless Neo Shazam can correct me, because I know Neo's always in his stream, so...
All right, they're doing the same. All right, so we're going to see 2 fire runners. I mean, you know, I respect their decision. I think it's incorrect, but I respect it.
I agree. I love hammer personally, and my race versus lane just goes to show why I hate fire in this category.
Did you get a nice Bowser pattern?
Yeah. And I saw him jump, and I tried jumping over him, and he extra
that's
added
right.
height. Yeah.
Yeah, you got head bonked off screen. Yeah, that always damages you. The funny thing is, if he was on screen and that happened, you wouldn't have taken damage because like he was bounce off his head. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, get a little freeze frame from Chuck here. We'll give you Spicy's audio in the meantime.
Mid-flight.
Let's go. All the colors. There we go. Oh, okay.
There we go. And we can only assume that he flew over this here.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, unless he's tail clipping like Teeks.
All right. And let's see how 7-8 goes here. So it has to be executed in a very particular way. Chuck going really quick here. And is looking nice. I'm thinking he's going to be in the clear here at the end. See, this is a jump. Oh!
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that nipper.
I think he got there faster than normal, which is why that happened. Huh.
Imagine that.
He got a 290 on the timer, and like you never see a 290. So and yeah, grabbing the star here, using star strats. Thinking we're gonna see some damage boost action at the bottom here.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yes. All right. Cool. The all important duck there, not to be overlooked, actually, so you don't hit that that pillar, because you will sometimes for some reason. And Spicy also doing. See, these guys know they've made that mistake. They're professional.
Yeah, I know if you go in there with that P speed like that, for some reason he'll bonk into it. But when you don't have P speed and you run through it, you don't have to duck. I do know that for a fact. Ooh, the jump from Spicy.
Yeah, and that one is a 1 frame because it was after a fortress. So very good, very good.
Yeah, again, this is so close.
Yeah, hands gonna be deciding this one for sure.
You know what? Considering they're both doing fire, I want to predict that they're gonna both get scammed by Bowser, and it's gonna come down to Bowser RNG.
I see. That sounds terrible. Let's do it.
It's like Rando all over again.
Yeah. Like, is your Bowser gonna jump before mine? Spicy getting his fire flower as well. Ideally, both are. Oh, well.
Well,
it's kind of an ideal place for this to happen anyway. You know, there's not much going on. I assume they're jumping on some corkscrews. There you go. See, like.
For a second, I thought I was gonna have to provide some music there for a moment.
Yeah. All right, we're back here, and yeah, more corkscrews. The theme of World 7 airship.
Yeah, no one has died in that section before, you know. Not especially on a early hammer PB pace. Lane.
Oh, I see. I died very early on there, and it hasn't happened again. But I think about it every single time.
Oh, I bet.
I look very closely at the corkscrews and ensure Mario's feet touch them before I press the A button.
Yeah, just don't jump from one. Just don't jump on one. Jump on all of them. Be safe. At least 2. That is definitely not where you want to die.
All right, so we got a 16-second difference, which again is less than a hand. So
Yep.
the reality is, when you are playing a warpless run, you are in perfect position, being within a hand of the lead runner. So it's not a big deal. Now, if they both get the same amount of hands, obviously, then it's a bigger deal. But you know, let's say you get 2 and then Chuck gets 1 and you lose. You know, even though you're behind, you can still say, you know, oh man, I got robbed by the hands. You know.
Yeah. Oh, there could definitely be a 3-second swing here if Spicy gets a Wrangless.
Yeah, that's true. We could see a 2-second time shift here in this stage.
Yeah.
Now, again, that's not going to matter unless someone takes damage. Then it would kind of matter, actually. But yeah, the hands seem to be what's going to decide this, which, you know, that's what you want to see here, right? Like, you know, coming down in the hands, right? Absolutely worst feeling in the world as a runner to, you know, if you're in Chuck's position, right? You've been leading for a really long time, and then you cross the hands and you get 3 and the other runner gets 1 or 2. You're just like, really, man, come on. But it's the way she goes. Spicy is like scaring the crap out of me on this.
Same.
On this roller.
No Wrangless.
Does get the backwards movement though, so
Yeah.
it could have been worse.
Mm-hmm. Probably the second best thing you can get.
And the suspense is killing me whether he gets his chest.
Come on.
And the same.
It gets the same one.
And yeah, you know, meanwhile, I hope you guys really enjoy this like 6 minutes of basically sitting in cutscenes in an auto scroller, because you know, I'm sure the runners are as well. It's really great when you've played a run and then you've got a world left and then you don't get to play the game for like most of it.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on a good run.
I mean, at the same time, though, these auto-scrollers can be used to, you know, take a deep breath. I mean, you still have to pay attention. You definitely don't want to take damage, you know, by a Rocky Wrench or a random cannonball, but sometimes, you know, taking a breather in these auto-scrollers is actually kind of helpful. You know, especially if you're on pace, and you kind of have to, like, get the nerves down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, shout out to the chocolate milk here, although it looks a little suspicious on Spicy's screen. Just a little, it's a little too light, you know? And the most important jump in the game, right there from Chuck, very good. Doesn't take damage from the bomb. No one would do that on PB pace.
No. All right. How many hands?
And
So Spicy pretty much hopes that Chuck gets at least one more hand than he does. Okay. All right. No 99% hand.
gets the middle one, which is, if you're gonna get one, this is the one you want.
Right.
It's a little trouble with the pipe there, not a big deal.
Oh,
And
all right. Let's see Spicy. Oh,
Same.
Same one. All right. Oh,
Chuck gets
handler
3
2.
though.
Yep.
Can Spice, and this is the longest hand as well. This is definitely gonna switch things around if Spicy can skip this.
Yeah. Come on, no handler 2. Oh, wow.
And
No
they're close
way.
enough where he's still sweating.
Right, for sure.
So yeah, as I said, you know, Chuck leading most of this race. Unfortunately, SMB3 has different ideas here.
I'm telling you, it's that 20 that Spicy slipped to Miyamoto.
Well, then what happened in the early game? Is Miyamoto like trying to throw a little bit to like make it look legitimate?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, gotta.
He's like, all right, we're gonna give you Runaway Bro and the star in World 6, but then we'll make it even at the hands. It's up to you from there.
I'm telling you, it's gonna come down to Bowser himself at this rate.
Yeah, it really comes down to how they play the dark section into Bowser's Castle here. So, you know, Chuck's loss is our gain here. We're gonna see a fight to the finish. All right.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a Narfman special coming out here in 8-1. But like Narfman does recover and make it out.
All right. Oof. All right, good from Chuck also. All right, any sands of Haxer? I mean, champions?
No, he's got fire. That's the right call. Get out of this crap.
You don't want to lose about 8 seconds going down that.
Yeah. The thing I like with fire in the stage too is the music blocks actually aren't scary at all. They're super scary with Hammer Suit.
Yes. Yes, they are. I agree.
And yeah, Chuck with the Starless 8-1, so we'll pick up a bit of time there. And he's out of the stage as well. He's keeping pace here. He's right on his heels. And yeah, equipping that star. Not gonna have to worry about oh, he must have took damage from the sun. Dang. Missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely missed it during that freeze frame, but at least it's not too much of a loss. But oh, Spicy, get it!
That was important because
I
actually would have shifted the race the other way. So, and Chuck gonna get it as well here.
All right, we can just only assume that. Yep, Spicy did. And let's see, 24 entering tank 2.
Yep. So there's a few things that can still happen from this point, right?
Yes.
So the 1-up clip is a big deal.
Yes.
You know, each attempt at that is gonna be between 1.5 to 2 seconds. So if you don't get it on the first try, and both runners not doing the patented Oglib super take strat with all the other modifiers to it. Kind of a questionable decision here, but it did work out for both of them, at least in this race.
I mean, another factor too, if one loses P-speed in the statue room or clips into a statue and the other one has P-speed, that's another factor, but at this rate, I feel like it's gonna be Bowser. Like, it almost looks scripted at this point.
Yeah, it's there. It's the 1-up clip. It's the P speed, and then we got Bowser. So, even though Spicy's in the driver's seat at the moment, it can turn on a dime. Give him the boom boom, a little kiss.
Tries to, yeah.
All right, looking like he's on a high 52 pace here, and Chuck looks like the same.
No elevator clip. I respect it. Just go for safety. Don't want to lose any more time than you want to. Okay, first try.
Big, very big. Doing some safety turnbacks there. P-speed. Third statue. Okay, gets it back. Okay, a little scary. This is the door.
All right, it's all on Bowser here. Oh my god.
Okay.
He ducked a little later than I. Oh, and Chuck almost gets scammed, but yeah. Wow, get your GGs out for Spicy, who will take the race. Chuck just finishing right behind them. Wow, that was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I held my breath there.
Yeah, great ending for this one. It was close the entire way here.
Wow, that's incredible.
And Chuck finishing right behind him. So the official times here are 52:46 for Spicy and 52:53 for Chuck. The finish, the race deserved because it was close throughout. So,
oh man,
well played on both.
All right, we see Spicy in the setup. We'll get him in here shortly.
All right, we're joined by SpicyChickenSpiciBoi. How's it going?
GG's.
Yeah, thank you guys. Happy to be here. I guess that I was not watching the other racer. I wasn't watching Chuck. I find it a little distracting. That was a lot closer than I would have imagined.
Yeah, if you want to rewatch it, I will not spoil how it came about unless you do want to find out the short version. But yeah, it very close. I will say it was very close practically from the start. There was a few extended leads and whatnot, but there was a decent amount of back and forth and very close throughout the race. I think Axer would agree.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, overall, like, from your side, you had some rough early game RNG, and then things kind of evened out towards the end, so.
Yeah, that the runaway bro was pretty unfortunate. Luckily, I had actually practiced just yesterday those power-up strats to go from small Mario back to fire at the end of World 3. So I was ready for those because yesterday I was like, a lot of bad stuff can ultimately happen in a race. And so I practiced like just about every power-up strat that I know of a little bit, just to make sure they were fresh in my mind. And luckily those two came in extremely helpfully.
Yeah. That 3-8 strat to get that mushroom, whether it's a mushroom or a fire flower, it's not easy. You have to jump in a specific spot. You have to duck jump, and if one little thing goes wrong, you might just get eaten. So yeah, really nice job to recover there, despite the runaway.
Yeah, I was pretty happy, aside from the runaway and a couple extra bros. In general, I was extremely happy with how I played. This is like if you take away the two bros and the hand and the runaway, this is like right on PB pace for me gameplay wise. So I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, no, you played pretty well. Similar to last race, had some similar RNG outcomes the last race, especially early. So I was glad to see you recovered nicely from that. And meanwhile, we've been joined by Chuck. How's it going?
Hey, doing well.
GG's, Chuck.
GG's. I think that must
GG's, Chuck.
A good one.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, very close throughout most of the race. So it will be a fun one for you to watch back for sure. So, how did things go from your perspective? I mean, obviously, the end not quite what you wanted, but it looks like things went fairly well throughout the course of that one.
Yeah, not much went sideways. I am 0 for 3 on 3-2 speed. That's something I can practice all day long, and it's just one right after the other. But once it's in a race, I miss it every time, and it's aggravating. But maybe next time. Let's see. World 4 was really good. World 3 was really good. Other than 3-2. I feel like World 5 had a hiccup somewhere. I had to run around to grab the hammer bro that kept bouncing back between 5-3.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I was curious if you were gonna do that or kind of skip it because you could technically skip it, play like 6-10 or 6-9.
Yeah,
but,
I do have 6-10 practiced. Like, it's such in my muscle memory to stick to the same route that
Sure.
when in the moment I'm only thinking of one option. If I had thought about it a bit more, I might have just gone for 6-10.
Did you have to run like all the way around the lower map in World 5 to get the bro? Is that?
Yeah, he ran left of 5-3 after I had to fight the star bro.
Oh, so irritating. So irritating when that happens.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
looked
I
like
almost had
Yeah.
I took a dip in the waterfall in 5-4. Managed to not die though, thankfully. But yeah, that was a scary moment.
Yeah, I was commenting on that. I'm like, yeah, you've made that mistake before a few times, and I've made it a few times. I think I die almost every time it happens. So it was really nice to see you recover from that.
Yeah,
'Cause that's a rough death.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that it looked like you were trying to do some duck clip manipulation in 7-1, and that's probably something that you'd never really done before. You came back.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about it. I kind of understand the idea at the Lemmy fight. I don't know. Sometimes I'll alternate between standing jumps and duck jumps just because sometimes I'll stick with one and it just never seems to go through. But lately I've been trying to alternate and I get through a little quicker sometimes. At least it feels that way, and I'm willing to believe it. It makes me feel better.
Well, and even more recent development is what I ended up having to go for because I was pretty unhappy with my manip at the end of World 6 is just the pipe rub strat, which ultimately I didn't even hit the corner of the block, so it didn't matter. But the pipe rub strat is, I felt like I had to go for it with the bad manip, but that is, serviceable in a pinch for sure.
Yeah, I was curious. Are you trying to do a standing manip? Because I've been trying to figure that out the last 2 races. It looks like you're trying to move left, right? Am I crazy?
I am trying to, but I am so bad at it. It's just like I'm just as likely to wrap around the whole pixel and get it on the other side as I am to get it the first try.
Well, I mean, the problem is if you start on a high subpixel and try to manip and move left, it's really hard to then get that wrap because you're doing small taps. So, I mean,
well, and on
sometimes
this
it's hard to
one,
control, so.
On this one, I just really fat fingered it and held left for like way too long, and I just was like, well, I just got to grab the wand now. I don't have time to even tap it again.
Fair enough. You both went the exact same route, which I think is a bit unusual. Usually you see a little bit of divergence, but I think like the bros you were trying to fight were the exact same. The levels you played were the same. Like pretty much the way you played them was the same too, especially at the end of World 7. So yeah, that was really interesting to see. In addition to all the times you guys were like pretty synced up. So.
Well, Spicy, didn't you say you learned off of my tutorial video?
Yeah, probably. I learned it is true. I would say probably like 50 to 60% of what I do are still strats from the tutorial video that Chuck made years ago. So when I started out, I just looked at that and I tried to replicate and that's so well explained. You explained them all so well. I just tried to replicate everything I could from there and then switch it up for stuff that I couldn't quite get.
Gotcha.
So what you're telling me? So what you're telling him is the student beat the teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's always that's always a good thing whenever you find out these things because everybody in the community is great and everybody's willing to help each other and this is the perfect example. Seeing it in a race especially. So Chuck, thanks for putting out that tutorial. I personally actually didn't even know you did make a video. I might actually check it out myself.
You really shouldn't. I'm always blown away when anyone tells me that they sat through the whole thing to learn Warpless. I apologize every time because it's just this. It was unplanned. It was this. I woke up and thought, hey, I'm gonna try making a video about, just explaining the ins and outs of Warpless. Maybe try to get more people into it, and it just turned into this rambling. Like I would just talk about other things. People bring up subjects in chat. I'll just go on tangents in the middle of it. And I never edited it.
It is a very casual walkthrough of all of the strats Chuck knew at the time. I mean, it's got backup strats though and alternate strats. It really has like a tremendous amount of detail on a lot of levels. But it's fair that it could be tightened up. So if anyone wants to edit Chuck's video sometime, it could tighten up a little bit.
It could. It's also about 10 years old, I think. So,
I mean,
a little outdated.
The route you guys take, though, is really, it's the route I would recommend that people all the way till they get a 51, basically, because I see sometimes people doing some weird stuff, especially they obsess about getting the World 2 music box now. And I'm like, it's the same as if you get an extra, or you get a extra bro in World 5. The route ends up being the exact same as if you get the music box in 2. It's just you're getting your extra bro earlier. Why not just gamble until World 5, and then you'll have both P-Wings, and it's really simple. And, and if you don't, then you just do the normal route you would do with the 2 music boxes. So
yeah, you get a couple chances to gamble. You can gamble on World 4 or 5, and if you make your choice, you end up with reasonably good odds of getting a P-Wing and nothing else. Yeah, I like the route, and I know that I'm not going to change the route substantially. I'm going to take this route a few seconds lower at least. It's very serviceable down into 51 pretty deep.
Yep. Yeah, I took that route to, mid 51 with a hand, right? So that's a low 51. And you could technically take it down to 50. It's just hard. Without that little extra, which is why the 5-1 P-Wing route exists. It makes that little extra a little bit easier. So, but yeah, with all that being said, I want to say thank you both for a really entertaining race. Really enjoyed doing commentary for this one. Do apologize for some of the freezes. We did make some jokes about Twitch was apparently having some problems. So.
Oh, no.
But
I think we've changed our pants quite a few times watching the race too.
that as well, yes. But yeah, unfortunately, not knowing who you guys are going to play next, but you're both 2-1 now, so you're on the right side of the Swiss stage. It looks like, my perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Swiss, you can't play each other again. So until if you both happen to make the bracket. So. Yeah, I personally can't wait to see the pairings for next round. I think we're wrapping up the rest of the races Sunday before announcing those pairings.
You're getting a little bit ahead of yourself, all right? We still got one more race tonight.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna tell Spicy I might actually join
minutes.
that, so Spicy's not alone. So I'll see you. I'll see you in a bit. Spicy.
Oh yeah. I will be commentating the current world record holder Narfman 0 versus Neo Shazam.
Ooh,
that should be good.
That's on this channel, and that's next, so in 22 minutes here. And then on Saturday, we've got a quadruple header on Saturday. Okay, don't know what channels they're on yet, but we've got Jokubati versus Niamic at 7 a.m. Eastern time in the morning here, and then at noon Eastern time we've got Mondi and Teeks, which should be a fantastic race. And then at 1 p.m. we've got High Flyer and Ice Ball, which should also be a very good race there. And then at 1 p.m. as well, so a doubleheader at 1 p.m. we've got Health Myself and Zone racing there. So I'm curious what they're going to do there, whether it be on different channels or they're just going to do doubleheader. I'm not sure.
No, they should be separate since it's it's not rando. That'd be usually a doubleheader.
Okay. And then Sunday should be the end of the round here. We've got Macobra 52 and Jepezu at 11 a.m. Eastern. So a lot more action left to go, and we have more rounds left. So yeah, stay
Yeah, a
tuned.
lot of great races to come here. It's good stuff left this weekend still.
Absolutely. Any closing thoughts from you guys? Let you go.
No, I don't think so. Just good game. I'm glad we both put up a good race. And yeah, ready for the next one.
Yeah, I thanks for the race, Chuck, and I'm just happy to have put up a pretty good showing and been having a lot of fun in the tournament so far.
Awesome. Well, appreciate both of you. Again, thanks for the entertaining race, and I hope everybody out there has a good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
See ya.
Bye. All right, welcome race fans to another race in the 2024 Super Mario Brothers 3 Warpless tournament. We are going to be joined here in a moment by my co-commentator, High Flyer, to help me call the race. And the racers are just about ready here. Today we have a matchup between Neo Shazam and current Super Mario 3 world record holder Narfman Zero, who very, very recently set the world record with a 50-minute, 7-second run. So, of course, GG's to Narfman on that one. You know, I think we're in for a great race today. So, we've seen these racers a couple times. They've been putting up solid times in the tournament, and I think this is going to be very exciting. I'm excited for this one.
All right, just want to give everyone an update. I did release the flag, or drop the flag, I should say, in race time. So we'll give the time for race stream and speed gaming and the Twitch streams to come together, and we'll see those -15s drop, and we'll get this race started. And yeah, again, you know, GG's to Narfman. I believe it was yesterday around noon Eastern that did get the world record. Yeah. First sub 50 or was it 50 OX pace world record. So yeah, very impressive.
Very interesting. We see Narfman throwing in a 7-7 clip attempt there just briefly. I wonder if we're going to see that in the run. That is one of the most difficult clips. All of the clips pose their challenges. The 7-7 clip, though, is a creature unto itself in a lot of ways. I will be surprised if we see him go for that, but he's been known to YOLO pretty hard.
Yeah. And you see Neo getting a little tripped up there, but and as soon as I say that, misses the jump onto the Koopa, but luckily didn't take a hole-in-one there. Oh man. Whew, get out of there. Oh boy.
Somehow maintaining his P speed through all of that. Very impressive in its own way.
Yeah, for sure. And we're getting a little freeze frame action. We do know there's some difficulties with Twitch right now, so bear with us as we try to get these feeds nice, cleanly provided to you, but no guarantees.
All right, and just based off the timers, we do see Narfman coming in with just a small lead. He's going to grab the leaf here and fly up to the alternate exit in this level. It is a few seconds faster. Neo also getting the leaf grab, flying up and saving that few seconds on the alternate exit here. Nicely done.
And we're going to see a quick syncing in the streams here. So that was planned. Everything from here on out is all on the Twitch god, so yeah.
Narfman going for the MFP tunnel. You see him bonking on that downward tunnel there. It does save a little time, but that's a tricky strat.
All right, 3-second difference entering 1-6. Okay, no belly flops, no frame rolls, both easy and free 1-6.
A little freeze frame on Neo's side there. But as World 1 went, we didn't see any major flubs from either player. Aside, you know, Neo's 1-1 was a little shaky, but aside from that, you're seeing the players get through World 1 pretty cleanly.
I mean, yeah, and despite all that, Neo's still getting a 229 A press on the castle. That is still, anything under 230 is really good.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Both of these players can be pretty consistent, and I think, even if they encounter trouble, they're going to know in many, many cases what to do to get out of that trouble and how to mitigate the time loss. So, small mistakes may add up over time, but I think we'll see them bouncing back.
Yeah, couldn't put it better myself. I mean, if anything, these two runners grind this game a lot. I mean, granted, Neo Shazam doesn't grind the early hammer manipulation like Narfman does, so we'll just have to keep an eye on Narfman's screen to make sure he doesn't accidentally muscle memory some of that early hammer manipulation strategies that we've seen, I believe, in his first race.
Yeah, Narfman typically does some... I'm not going to go into the technical details, but does some manipulation to get that early hammer and skips 3 levels in World 2 that he is now going to be forced to play in all likelihood. So 3 levels he is not actually that used to playing, interestingly.
I mean, then again, he could get a natural TAS early hammer. I mean...
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
I don't know if we've ever seen it in a tournament before. That's something we would have to ask the higher ups there that have been around longer than we have.
If I'm not mistaken, I know last year Stewie got a 1 death and a post 2-3 in the tournament. But that's about as much as you could possibly hope for.
Yeah, at that point, we need to check Stewie's Nintendo.
Yeah, I think there's some suspicious soldering on the inside of the hardware there.
All right, nothing bad ever happens in 2-2. I mean, both runners make it through clean. So Narfman's going to be able to avoid the Dom box if he would like to. He doesn't have to play it because it will have to move either up or left or right, excuse me. So he can't avoid it.
And Narfman getting peace speed as early as possible in this fortress and able to save a couple of seconds over what Neo Shazam does there. So peace speed in this game is pretty vital. It's something like 40% faster than Mario's normal running speed. So when you see that peace speed meter going, Mario is running at full speed, and that's what the runners are going to be trying to do as often as possible over the course of the run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just like you mentioned there, Narfman having to play levels he normally does not play, and I don't know if he was trying to go for a green rocket there, but... Oh, and Neo Shazam did get it. We see the shell going much faster there.
Yeah, and that strat is not free. I mean, it's a little bit technical. It can be difficult, and if Neo does it hundreds of times over the course of his races, and Narfman rarely is called upon to do it. And no player getting early hammer here. I just want to point out, once you've hit the sands, the early hammer is it's over at that point for your early hammer chances. So both players doing a pretty standard route here. No exceptional luck for either of them.
Although they are taking different routes because of the positioning of their Hammer Bros. Neo Shazam's actually going to take a gamble that the Hammer Bro will go up past the pyramid. Just like Narfman, I think, was hoping for the same thing. And Neo actually gets the better luck there. He actually went into the castle, which you kind of want in this case. Well, at least better than what it could have been.
Yeah, in one sense, it's really important for the fire kill. The boss pattern is based off of how much time you spend exiting the level, so it's influenced by map movement and where the Hammer Brothers are. So Narfman not going to have a very favorable boss kill pattern here from this position, and Neo Shazam likely to have a boss kill pattern that he's very comfortable with.
Yep. Very late 806 press and gets the swag. So about a 4-second difference here.
And Neo had an 8:10. Both players put it in some pretty solid times through World 2 at this point. So keeping it close and doing a lot of things right in both cases.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no major mistakes. I mean, they both had to took different paths for 2-4 and 2-5, but overall they still pretty much ended up same time difference after World 1.
And I did hear Narfman mention in his stream the other day how unfamiliar with a variety of fire kill patterns he is, which I was a little surprised to hear, but I'll be very curious to see how he handles this one. This is kind of an unusual boss pattern, and I'm not even sure which one it is myself.
Probably run for your life.
Well,
I mean,
let's
that was
hope
like
not, but
that was like movement of 4 or 5. Oh no, he actually got the go into the pit.
Yeah,
Okay.
walking off the ledge, and then Neo, of course, getting a clean fire kill. He got a very nice pattern there. Both
Nice.
runners dealing with different patterns, but clean kills.
Yeah, only a 2-second difference now. Because Neo did get the favorable, or at least a better pattern than Narfman did. I think Narfman was expecting the run for your life because he didn't even go. He didn't even go for the when Morton just falls down in there, which is probably the second, or at least I would say the first backup fire kill we usually practice.
Yeah, if he had maybe been a little bit slower on the map, Morton can start jumping around, and you'd have some real issues there.
Mm-hmm,
Ooh,
yeah.
Narfman with the jump, saving. I have heard about a 1/10 of a second in that situation. That first frame jump in this level.
All right.
Yep, about we're looking at some half frames here, some half frame time saves.
All right, and yep, assuming we're gonna see some 3-2 speed action, both are going for it. So far, Narfman has it, Neo has it.
Yeah, that's a strong
nice.
showing from both players. No one gaining or losing any time off of that strat.
No, that was very clean from both. Oh no, but Narfman gets a runaway, and so
Ooh.
does Neo.
Earliest possible runaway, bro, for both players.
Oh
So-
no.
It's not good, but that does mean that Hammer Brother has the most opportunities to come back, I always
Ooh.
say.
Ooh, Narfman falling into the water, but was able to quickly recover. But Neo will save some time on that, just alone, just on that. Yeah, let's see what the bros do from here.
Oh, Narfman comes back. Neo's comes back.
But the thing is here, Narfman was forced to play this bro, so he has to hope that he does not run away again. Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, for those who don't know, the problem with Runaway Bro is there is a drawbridge in this level that you want to cross, and every time an event happens, like fighting a bro or beating a level or taking a death, the state of the drawbridge opens or closes. And so if you play both Hammer Brothers and the levels you expect to, the state of the drawbridge is correct and you're able to move on. If you die or don't fight one of the bros, you are left with a bad bridge situation. So if he runs away, there's no easy way to make up the time difference.
Okay, so Neo's actually going to end up playing both of them, looks like, because he has no choice. He probably thought about skipping them, but it came back. And Narfman's did come back. Let's see if it runs away again. It does not. So that's good for Narfman.
Yeah, both players able to narrowly avoid some pretty bad RNG there. Neo, I think, played it smart by going up to fight the Hammer Brother. You know, whether he
Yeah.
ran away or didn't run away, I think that's the correct decision there. To just kind of minimize your losses.
Yeah, so in case of anyone's wondering why Neo Shazam equipped the cloud so early, he basically did a buffer to pull up the inventory as soon as possible. It just saves you a few frames from instead of waiting. So that's really all that was, but does the same thing.
And the players really just, you know, half a level or even a couple of screen transitions apart from each other still. Really keeping it tight here in World 3.
Oh yeah, being in the same level, I mean, can't get any closer than that. Both getting the H jump, very nice. All right, 14-14. And 23, so 9-second difference.
Yeah, both players, I'd say, playing pretty well. Handling the problems that have been thrown at them with a cool head. You know, this could be a close one. They've bypassed, you know, some of the worst RNG possibilities that the game has, and you know, they'll be moving on to the later part of the game here, pretty tied up.
Yeah, Narfman technically had 2 runaways there. I mean, he was 1 away from having to do some weird shenanigans to avoid what would have happened there, but you know, luckily the bro did not run away. But I mean, the lead would have definitely went to Neo Shazam at that point.
And I think we'll see both players doing the fire kill on Wendy. Narfman's might be a little more aggressive here, I think. But this is... Ooh!
Yeah, aggressive for sure, but... Oh, wow. That's unfortunate, but at least he didn't die. And,
Now, rule of thumb is that starting World 4 without fire might cost you about 10 seconds. So that could have really narrowed the gap there. Fire is a significant advantage in World 4 in a lot of places.
yeah, that lead just shrunk by 4 seconds, so about a 5-second difference now instead of 9, just from that fire kill alone.
So Narfman going to be showing us a variety of alternate strats here at the beginning of World 4. He's going to have to, you know, grab this turtle shell, which I doubt he normally does. And he'll have to do something different in 4-2 as well.
Yeah.
Neo also getting the shell P-speed strat there. Missed that last pipe, but just by a little bit. Okay, Narfman with a solid 4-2 backup. I had not seen that one, actually. That was not one I was familiar with. But it seemed like it worked out, and Neo ended up having to do something that took about the same amount of time there. So... both of them getting through.
Okay, bro in the good spot there for Narfman, and best bro there for Neo Shazam.
Yeah, the bro there really cuts down on the possibility for having to fight extra Hammer Brothers, just getting them out of the way early, cutting down on shenanigans opportunities.
Alright, 4-3. It seems like a scary level, but it's honestly not that bad.
Yeah, there's a couple tight jumps in 4-3, but if you get comfortable with them, you can do it very consistently. And I didn't get to see how Neo handled it, but he came out of the level with fire, which is the most important thing here.
Yep. Ooh, gets the P speed on top of 4-4. Ooh, Neo does not. Let's see how he takes this. Okay, he goes for the bop there and gets it. He needs to be careful here because this is definitely where you can get sniped if you're not careful. No!
Ooh,
Oh.
he failed to get the super swim off of that block, and that is just throwing his whole pattern off. That level's very particular. Small movement changes will change the patterns of those Lakitu enemy throws quite a bit. Narfman handling 4-6 without fire pretty well. He was ready to go with that backup. We'll see Neo doing the same thing. Now, did we just see Neo get boxless P-Wing? Is that what I just saw? Did he screen scroll that Hammer Brother?
I wasn't looking. You might have.
And anyone in chat confirm, was that boxless? Oh, boxless star. Interesting. So if... Yeah, I'm curious how he's going to handle... curious how he's going to handle what's next in that case. He very well could forego getting a P-Wing completely. I know that Neo is pretty comfortable playing 6-10, and so getting boxless star and playing 6-10 and being short a P-Wing, I don't think is that big of an issue for him.
All right, let's see time difference here. We had a 20:03 touchdown for Narfman. 28, so 25-second difference.
Yeah, Narfman able to pull ahead a little bit. I think there's, a variety of things happening there, but I am not entirely certain what Narfman's P-Wing routing strategy will be. In Worlds 4 and 5, there are 2 P-Wings available, as well as a place to use them, and so I'm not sure what choice he'll be making in his race, about, using P-Wings and acquiring P-Wings, and what his thought process is.
Yeah, we'll only find out in due time when we get to World 5.
Given the boxless star, though, I do fully anticipate Neo Shazam skipping the P-Wing altogether. And we got Narfman confirming his mind is not made up. Luckily, he's got a couple of minutes to think about it and to dwell on the matter here in this extremely thrilling auto-scroller.
And we're being on the World 4 airship. You know what that means, Spicy?
Tell me, Flyer.
It is dad joke time. What do you call a fashionable lawn statue with an excellent sense of sense of rhythm?
I don't know. What do you call a fashionable lawn statue with an excellent sense of rhythm?
A metronome.
Wah, wah. That's pretty good, though. I hadn't heard that one before. That's pretty good.
And then I know Teeks will follow up with a better one, and I'll get booed off the stage, so...
A truckload of Vicks Vapor Rub overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. That's gold, Teeks. That's gold. I like that one.
Oh boy. Anyway, Northman not doing P-Wing route here in 5-1.
Yep, Narfman going for a more traditional route, holding on to fire, and also avoiding the need to do wall jumps and unnecessary clips later in the run by, keeping the P-Wing that he could have used in 5-1.
Yeah, let's see if Neo does end up going for this P-Wing. The bros are okay where they're at, but he definitely would need really good RNG here. He would need the star to stay out of the way, mainly.
And then if he didn't use his box, he'd really be hoping to skip the music box that the Hammer Brother in the Sky has.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless he gets great luck here, I think we'll see him put him to sleep.
Alright. Okay, not boxing, so it looks like he might be going for that P-Wing, bro. Oh, Narfman's going for it.
Ooh. So, Narfman has a P-Wing now. Going for a pretty traditional route here with some P-Wings and not needing to mess around too much with some more inconsistent strats in the late game.
Neo boxing after the fort. Unless I missed something. I think that was the P-Wing, bro, on the bottom.
And maybe it was just a risk mitigation in case he died in the fort, and then your music box would be wasted. So maybe just as a race safety strat, boxing afterwards. I'm not sure.
I was always told boxing before the fort was better.
Yeah, that's what I see people doing almost all of the time. But Narfman extending his lead to nearly a full level here. This is he is pulling out a little bit. And they're both gonna need to fight the Hammer Brother in the Sky. Ooh, but Narfman taking a little bit of damage. Let's see if he grabs the tail here. Nope, he's gonna power up using a star in the next level.
Yeah, I think the fireball, he shot it right on the block, which ended up missing the Paragoomba there, which is why he took damage. Yep. Very nice so far. There we go. There we go. Snipe for Hocus.
Yeah, that's a nice clean fire grab. A little bit tricky, but he pulled it off pretty flawlessly.
Ah, nice. Another snipe for Hocus.
Alright, Narfman in the fort. It is not the most challenging level in the world, but there is a lot of lava down there, so you want to be somewhat cautious.
Yeah, there's at least 2 to 3 different ways you can navigate through this level, but yeah, one being the one that Neo just did, where you're jumping right onto that little platform, and yeah, as long as you land somewhere in the middle of that, it should be just about safe.
Yeah, we saw Narfman do that too. I think that's maybe the most common way to do it.
Yeah.
It just is a couple of jumps. Ooh, Narfman with that earlier P speed. Just a little bit faster than the standard P speed build on that level.
Yeah.
Of course, as the world record holder, you are going to see him trying to squeeze out some frames with some strats in these levels and opting to do some things that are slightly faster, saving fractions of a second in a variety of places.
And they do add up, that's for sure. Oh, and
All right.
Narfman not going for the poop block. I think that's an invalid run, and I think Neo should just be by by default should be declared the winner.
You'd think the organizer of the tournament and world record holder would have a little more respect for the poop block, frankly.
Yeah, you would think. Oh no, Neo doesn't get any. No color difference.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, never mind. This is a draw. A double loss.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Narfman diving right in with an aggressive fire kill and absolutely nails it.
Yeah. Yeah, very sweaty for sure. I think Neo got the regular movement of 2, if I saw correctly, but I could be wrong. Let's see what oh no, he goes right in. Okay.
I think it might have been a movement of 4. Yeah, that looks like a
Okay.
movement of 4
Yep.
pattern. So
Yeah.
he knew what to expect and knew to go in right away.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, the only way you were going right away from 5A is if you got either movement of 0 or movement of 4, so yeah.
And the players coming up to a variety of levels that pose some challenges here. You're going to see Mario going small in this world and then having to navigate some stuff where you're going to really need to be careful and make sure you're on top of your inputs. A Narfman with the overkill on the boom boom there with the star. It's exactly what you want to see. I'm not sure why that causes the orb to go into the middle of the room, but that is that's how she plays out.
Yeah, we're gonna see Neo Shazam going for the star kill on the boom boom also, and gets it. Very nice. As the devs intended.
Okay, Narfman going straight into this Hammer Brother fight. He must have got a good look at it. Oh, that is the star. Well, I guess it didn't matter. It was blocking his path. So that is actually a Hammer Brother you don't want to play in this world. That star doesn't really have any utility in terms of saving time. So you're just losing around 12 seconds. Oh, Narfman gets the despawn.
All right, nice squirrel kick by Neo Shazam there. Very safe. It doesn't lose you that much time, but it definitely is a bit slower than the traditional sweatier version.
Now, if Neo can get a little lucky here with this bro, he can make up a few seconds off of what Narfman has had happen.
No.
Alas.
I think the only time he's saving is the fact the bro ran on top of him.
So both runners going to have some extra... Oh, Narfman using that extra star to some advantage here, actually.
I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
You know, I'm not sure, but it did get him a clean P-speed build.
Yeah.
It looks like he's setting up for wall jump in the next level. You want to be small to do that wall jump. I guess I'm not maybe 100% on top of what his inventory includes at the moment.
I would hope that was intentional, because if that was accidental, he could have accidentally hit that whistle. There we go, second try.
Second try.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is just seeing it over from Neo's side is that I don't think he had much lag. So maybe he just saved some frames there, just using the star instead. Because he's probably going to go for fast 7 too, I would assume.
Well, my understanding is that if you do a no turn back 7-8, you're able to set up your subpixel for the wall jump in the previous fortress level. And so I think that's one of the reasons people use a star in that level sometimes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that does make sense. Oh. Yep. Neo going for 610, something you don't see very often, but there is some routes in Warpless where it's doing 610 is actually the play.
Yep, and that, he skipped the P-Wing that he could have gotten in Worlds 4 or 5. And so that's a pretty solid option, and he played it well enough. Seemed like he was pretty comfortable with what happened in there. But we do see Narfman has built up a bit of a lead here. He's slowly but surely gaining those little bits of time in lots of places, and it is starting to build up to a more significant lead.
And Narfman gained the pixel jump there on the where we go for first class. But we'll be riding with the luggage.
Probably just got a little peek past the curtain to see what they were serving up there, but we may never know.
Yeah, and then kind of got stomped into the cargo.
And Neo with that 610 route also has a fire flower here, so we'll have the option of a fire kill on this boss, which is an opportunity to make up a couple of seconds again.
Oh, Neo, that doesn't even care for first class.
Neo's a runner for the people. He doesn't need the fancy things in life.
Yeah. So it looks like Narfman's gonna go for the duck clip. So he was facing right, unless he does the Louis rub.
I am not sure. I think
I think he is a duck clip.
I think he's a duck clip.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay, Neo.
Ooh. Neo with a full glass of half and half on that stomp/fire kill there.
Narfman didn't go for the duck clip, so I think Narfman has some Narfman manipulation strats here.
Oh, he is struggling with the clip. You hate to see someone take this many attempts. I hope someone in chat is counting, because I can't count this high. I cannot count this.
This is starting to remind me of the Health and Teeks race.
Ooh, he does finally get in, but Neo with an opportunity right here.
Yes. If he gets his first try...
he rubs.
A little late on the jump there.
Ooh,
okay, that's not bad, though.
That's not bad. That's a significant improvement in his situation here. He should also save a little time, because he is not going to need to equip the star in this level to get P-Speed.
Yeah, that's very true. Very nice. Ooh, pipe to pipe, let's go.
You love to see it. And 7-3, perhaps the easiest level in World 7, aside from the ones you just fly over completely with a P-Wing. But it's not trivial, and both players are playing it very cleanly.
Yeah.
Now, Narfman has an extra P-Wing I'm counting in his inventory there. I suspect we're going to see Narfman P-Wing 7-9. I am not entirely certain, but I know he is a fire route player, so using a P-Wing in 7-9, he's not going to have the hammer suit from 7-8 that Neo, I believe, is going to get. I think we're going to see another P-Wing used in 7-9, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Doesn't want to cloud over 7-9 and possibly die in the 4, then yeah. It would be an Arfma GG for sure.
Neo with an incredibly robust inventory of stars there. That is a lot more items than someone wants to have in their inventory. And, indicates some bad bro RNG over the course of the run.
Very nice. Ooh, gets the good star grab there.
And this is where we're going to see the route for these runners really diverge. Neo is getting the hammer suit, and Narfman is, I believe, going to acquire a fire flower in 7-9. And so we'll see the end of the game looking somewhat different for these guys.
Ooh, going for that mid clip, and unfortunately doesn't get it. Oh, this is where the race. This might be where the race comes down to, depending on how this goes for Neo. Oh, he's going. Oh no, he's going ham. Ooh boy.
Yeah, going for the big boy strat here with the hammer suit and the upstairs of the fortress.
Toughest part done.
That is tough, and taking it a little easier in the basement. It looks like not going complete aggro. And
Kobe, let's go.
Hey, there we go. That's a nice hammer throw right there. That is a nice hammer throw.
I wonder where he learned that from. Oh no.
Ooh, Narfman taking damage. So we are really... We're gonna see him trying to find a fire flower somewhere. First available fire flower is in the Navy in World 8. So I assume we are gonna see him attempt to get it.
Well, he can get it right here in the airship.
Oh, of course. You can get it in the 7 airship. What am I talking about?
Yeah, both blocks too. Yeah, both blocks giving out fire flowers.
Narfman will be able to get fire flower immediately. I don't know if this is going to affect the fire kill pattern in a way that he's not going to be able to do it. Probably not a situation he is in all that often.
Yeah, and despite Neo Shazam having this lead, that we still have to just remember that Narfman, did play both 7-9 and the 4. So he will still have that cloud. So in theory, even though one has hammer, one has fire, one has a cloud, one doesn't, this will still ultimately come down to the hands.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a little difficult to tell exactly who's in the lead. The fortress that Narfman intends on skipping is a little bit over 40 seconds, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, we're well within hands RNG to decide the winner.
Yeah, so Shazam having the hammer will be able to save time with the boom boom hammer kills. Not that much to fire, but it is still a time save.
He had to
The only-
really realize his
Yeah.
time save.
Okay. 21. And let's see if Northman goes for a fire kill here, actually.
Looks like he
Nope.
threw out a couple of fireballs to test the waters, but that pattern was, not a pattern you're going to see all the time, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was... I think we're about 20-second difference. Yeah, 25. Okay, thank you, Teeks. Okay, so yeah, that... Oh, boy. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I know with Hammer Suit, you can do 8F in about 37-ish. It's been a while since I've tested it out, but yeah, it is around the 40-second mark, assuming, you have a few hiccups, but...
And the real opportunity to save time with the Hammer Suit requires you to keep it all the way to the final fight with Bowser. That is where the bulk of the time save occurs.
Mhm.
So... Neil gonna really want to hold on to this fire suit to the end of the game. He's invested quite a bit of time already getting it, and so you just don't really save any time if you don't keep it and kill Bowser with it.
Alright, we're gonna be stuck in auto-scroller land for the next 2 minutes, I'd say. Maybe a little more, roughly. Depending on whose screen you're looking at. And Neo Shazam going for the D-lag strats. If you don't do what Neo Shazam just did there'll be too many sprites on screen, and they'll cause all this unnecessary lag you don't want. You actually end up losing a little bit of time from it. Hey Stewie, I'm sparing everybody from the dad jokes. I think everybody likes Teeks better anyway, so.
Your last one was pretty good. Flyer. It's gonna be tough to top that anyway.
Alright. You don't have to go for Navy Fire Grab if you have either fire already or a better item. Oh! Northman gets the Wrangless. Let's go.
Now that saves a couple of seconds right there and is a
Yeah.
fire route exclusive opportunity. It's not guaranteed you'll get it, but it is nice when it happens.
Yeah.
So both players just, hanging out on a boat. You're not gonna see them do much that saves time in this level. There's not even really a D-lag situation. You're just kind of doing what you have done every time before and trying to get through the level without taking damage.
Alright, I'll tell one for Stewie since he's politely asking. But in case Spicy you didn't know, I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.
Oh. Oh, Teeks, man. That one's too much.
Oh, hands time. Oh, 99% hands. Oh my god. So Neo Shazam really needs to hope that Narfman gets 3 hands, honestly, at this rate. Because, oh my god.
That I am at a loss to describe what I've just seen.
Oh no. Okay, but wow, okay. So in a way tied right now in hands, but again, Neo cannot get another hand. He really needs to go and Narfman get the next one to somewhat keep this close.
Narfman is gonna be skipping a level.
Oh my
okay.
god.
Okay.
No way. Handler 2's all around. Oh no!
Oh my God, Narfman! In perhaps the most dangerous hand, those fish can
Yes.
get out of control pretty quick. But he does get through. Now, Narfman, of course, gonna be using the cloud to skip a level. If everything goes according to plan, he'll skip the fort.
Ooh. Neo almost fell off. Oh boy. This has been intense.
Yeah, rightly pointed out that if Narfman takes damage at an inopportune time, getting Fire Flower back can be pretty costly in World 8.
Yes, that is true.
Particularly if he's forced to play the fort instead of another level. Okay, that was 49-12. Well, maybe pick a better spot for me to figure out what the time is, or someone else figure it out.
Yeah, the only places you can get a Fire Flower after this, there's Air Force, is 8-1 and the fort. So yeah, definitely wants to keep it.
Neo dunking on 8-1, by the way.
Yeah, let's go.
Just absolutely dunking on it.
Yeah, let's see how the Dark Room's gonna decide. I would say the race, honestly. That's what I'm calling, at least. And 8-2 is gonna be very sweaty here because I don't know. I think Neo Shazam does go for the big boy strats. Yeah, he does. Come on, get it. Nice. As Narfman dunks on 8-1 also. Wow,
Yeah,
very nice.
Neo really trying to get all that advantage out of the hammer suit that he can here.
Yeah, so Narfman's gonna play 8-2 while we're gonna see Neo Shazam goes in the fort, so it's all gonna come down to who gets to the pipe first. They get the lead.
Well, and Neo Shazam should save a few seconds in Bowser's castle with the hammer suit. So if he can get to Bowser's castle sooner or at the same time as Narfman,
Yeah.
it's looking very good for him.
Yeah, he could even be, I believe, 4 seconds behind and still be okay. Yeah, Narfman's definitely gonna get there a lot quicker.
Yeah, Narfman
Nice.
looking to have just enough of a lead here. It is now Narfman's race to win. He just has
14 seconds.
He's just got to close out and have a clean fire kill with no mishaps on Bowser.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is the staircase, the one-up clip, losing P-speed. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, we'll see if Neo Shazam goes for the elevator skip. I think you do save a few seconds, if I'm not mistaken, going for that. So that's another factor.
True. And Bowser's Castle not free for either runner, so
No.
it's not the most difficult level in the game, but it's far from the easiest. And with the pressure of the race on the line at the end, you know, the nerves in Bowser's Castle on a good run can be pretty substantial.
Let alone just trying to tell Tank 2 to hurry up, go faster. Oh boy. All right, let's do it. Bowser's Castle, here we are. 52-10. Narfman not going for the elevator skip, just gonna play it safe. I know he's watching because he's been in chat most of the time. So he's definitely playing as safe as he can. Everything clean so far.
One up clip, no problem. P-speed here, we'll see.
It's all gonna come down to this room and Bowser himself. Will Bowser treat Narfman kindly? Oh no, come on, Neo. And... oh my god. He didn't duck.
Did he not
Or
duck?
did I just... I didn't see a duck, unless he ducked really quickly. But either way, he still takes down Bowser.
Oh, and Neo, you see how fast he just melted Bowser there with the hammer suit, making this a very close finish. Really, really good.
And official race time from Narfman, 53:09, and Neo Shazam with a 53:22, only 13 seconds.
Well, what a race. What a race. And we saw two just vastly different routes, but really great gaming on both sides. GG's, guys.
Yeah, and joining us now, the world record holder officially now himself, Narfman. GG's, man.
Hey there, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, knock knock, hello world. Wow. So I very foolishly.
I think you may have cut out there, Narfman.
Yeah, very foolishly, and as we get Narfman back, Neo Shazam joins us in the commentary booth.
Very foolishly insert verb here.
Oh yeah, I was watching the Twitch chat, and I definitely shouldn't have done that. That was distracting. Neo, GG, man, awesome job.
Yeah, don't be like Stewie and chat with us while he's racing. I think.
Yeah, GG's Neo as well.
Yeah, I was shocked that it was so close. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, I mean, you're cutting out here and there, but yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I'm shocked that it was that close. I just felt I was getting just crushed by RNG. Nervous in 1-1, which was basically time loss on me. World 2 was okay. World 3 was okay, I guess. It looked like the runaway bro basically just wasted time, so that's another 6 seconds. World 4 kind of on me. And just little things here and there. World 5, I don't know if you caught that, but there was 6.
Neo cutting out quite a bit here, unfortunately. But yeah, the race.
I think what Neo's trying to say was maybe Hammer Bro movements. He's cutting in and out, trying to make up. Something happened in World 4. I mean, there was a lot of Twitch issues, so I think we might have missed maybe some of the things he was trying to talk about.
That's entirely possible.
6 movements of 4.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, because he I think he went for the hundo pattern for the Roy fight. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
and it
that was impressive, and I got a lot of time over him in World 5, so that checks out.
It was really close out of World 3, and then there was some separation in World 4, and I think at that point you were able to extend the lead a little bit for a while before it started to tighten up again in 7-1. Really, 7-1 made a big difference, and we speculated, Narfman, about your clip manipulation attempt. It seemed like you moved right, but then went for standing clip. We were not totally sure what you were doing there.
Yeah, so I went right, and then my concern is, after that I fat finger. So I was on subpixel 0, and I stopped. And my concern is, if you duck clip, but you hold down too long, then you miss it. So I was going to do rub on the pipe and go in, which I did, but I think I jumped too early, and so I didn't rub enough. And then I had several attempts that worked, but it was not the right subpixel, so that was a bummer. And yeah, I wasted. I think it was like 30-something seconds wasted over first try, so that was a bummer. So yeah, Neo destroyed it and got up like so much just in 7-1 alone.
Also, I had a couple of questions about routing. I mean, you had a P-wing for 7-9, Narfman. Can you talk us through the routing and how that came to happen?
Yeah, I really have been up in the air on what I wanted to do with routing. The dong box kind of got out of the way, which is nice for guaranteed movements of 1. So I just went with that. After that, it was I figured, hey, why don't I just try to pick up a P-Wing in World 4 or 5? And it worked out really well in 5 that it was just the P-Wing, so I thought, hey. And then I'm so used to starting 6-8 and wall jumping, I figured I'd go for that as well. And I was going to clip 7-9, but I thought, well, I have this free P-Wing, so I can use that instead. So it was mostly determined right there at the beginning of World 5 when I dropped in chat, like, yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty undecided myself. But that the P-Wing bro came down and was a guaranteed no extra bro, that kind of resolved it for me.
Yeah, makes sense. And you were able to wall jump 6-9 second try, so obviously you're pretty comfortable with that strat. Didn't really lose too much time there. And Neil, I had a question about your routing as well. You scrolled over the P-Wing in World 4 to get a boxless star fight. Was that what did you know that was what you were choosing to do? And what was your thought process there?
Yeah, basically I just was like, oh well, I'll take the one bro here because I've been getting all the bros in World 5 so many times recently. I was just like, well, I'll take that, I'll play 6-10. Not realizing that the World 5 bros were going to move 4-6 times in that world, and then I was also going to get the World 6 star bro, so I was just very agitated during much of the run, and I'm shocked that it's this close. I was fully expecting to get that third hand because it just felt like tons of the bros were just piling on the time.
Yeah, well, you persevered through some difficult RNG there, and we did note you had really a tremendous number of stars in your inventory in World 7.
It looked like P-Wings. I just opened it up and there's the whistle and then like everything else is a star, and I'm just like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it's like it looked like a New Game Plus menu opening.
Actually, that was another routing minor thing on my side. I didn't know what I was going to do in 6-9 or 7-2 because I kind of wanted to start 7-2 still. But then I got the World 6 star bro, and I was like, well, thank you, buddy. You're just clarifying this. I'll star 6-8 and 7-2. So it worked out.
So it sounded like you may have accidentally entered 7-1, and that was how it got close. What other bad things happened to make it close? Because I felt, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna 51. I'm gonna be sitting here going through the third, getting the third hand, and he's gonna be finishing. So I guess what happened on your side?
So the big thing was 7-1. I think I was mid 51 pace to 7-1. I wasted 30-something seconds. I want to say it was 32, 35, something like that in 7-1. So that was huge. And then there's a lot of kind of nickel-dime stuff. I lost firepower in the 7F2. That was unfortunate. And then that kind of got me a little wibbly-wobbly. And then I got a couple of hands. Weird World 8 stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of little things. And a bunch of big things, too. I got that weird Ludwig pattern. So normally if you get fire and you've pre-boxed 7F2, normally you want to wait one fence post, right? But I was Big Mario. Is roughly equivalent to one power-up. But then that was not it at all. So he jumped early, and then I was freaked out and scared, but whatever.
Let's talk about your World 3s, because that was something else. You both had runaway from the start. Then they came back. And I think Narfed, it ran away on you again. And then there was an opportunity it could have ran away a third time, but luckily it didn't.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. So there's a lot of movements. I always look at, I don't really care win or lose. I like to have similar RNG though, or like, a close match. So I was watching the thing like a dummy, and I was like, yay, at least, we're both having a heart attack together. Such wholesomeness right now.
It's always nice to be in it together, even in a competitive scenario like this. You're kind of, it's tricky, but you're always kind of rooting for the other person not to just get totally hosed by the game at the very least.
Yeah, for sure. I want like the 50th percentile RNG. I know for myself, honestly, I can get a real kick out of if I get really absurdly bad RNG. That's like really uncomfortably funny as well in a kind of masochistic way. But yeah, for my opponent, I'm like, frankly, honestly, real talk. If the opponent just gets that awesome RNG, that just make me happy. I feel bad if they have bad RNG, but I don't care for myself.
Yeah, GG. I'll be more excited to watch it back than I originally thought because yeah, I was just like, wow, it might as well just keep piling it up. A little mini World 6 marathon, fight the extra bro. The 6 moves of 4 in World 5. It was just like red. My splits just start red on top of red on top of red, and it's just like I haven't died. I'm not doing too bad. I'm taking damage here and there. And then, then 610 didn't grab the ice block, and then had a squirrely fire kill on Lemmy that wasn't even like the stomp is quicker. So I was happy to get 7-1 in 4 tries. I was hoping it was going to be first try, of course, but compared with everything else, it was best of tougher situations.
Yeah, we really did see it kind of starting in World 3, Narfman just saving, as you mentioned with a lot of those scenarios, just saving a second or two, or even fractions of a second in some levels repeatedly, and kind of extending that lead until 7-1. And for your benefit, he didn't actually go in 7-1, I heard you mention. He just tried to clip it a very large number of times without success. So I'm not sure exactly what the count was, but it was, it took some doing.
And then, and I was happy with 7-4-2. I was like, well, this has been a rough go. I assume I'm way behind, so I was like, almost. I was like, I still can't do the end because I don't want to lose my hammer suit with everything else that's going on because it's just been a little bit off. But it was a decent 7-4-2, so that was kind of a highlight as well. And it's fun to play, even with the rough RNG, which you have to be ready for that when you sign up for a Warpless tournament. It's still fun to play. Well, in this case, the world record holder, brand new world record holder. It's always fun to play. Him with a 50, Teeks with a 50. So it's even with tough RNG, it's fun to play some bigger names and higher scores, so to speak.
Absolutely. It's been a great tournament so far. A lot of fun. There's a lot more tournament coming up this weekend. We have a few races tomorrow, and I think one more race on Sunday. So a lot of racing left to be had here. Just curious, thank you guys both, of course, for running, and thank you for SpeedGaming for hosting us. Does anyone have any final thoughts as we start to wrap up here?
I wanted to reiterate thanks and GG's to Neo. You did a great job tonight. It's a great race. It's always a lot of fun. And thanks High Flyer and Spicy for commentating and all the viewers in SpeedGaming for hosting. Everybody's awesome. GG's everybody. GG's world.
Yeah, GG Narfman, GG on the world record. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm excited to be in the booth tomorrow to call the Teeks and Mondi matchup, and we have great matches to go in this round, and I'm excited for the additional rounds as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, High Flyer.
No problem.
And I think if there's nothing else, we'll just sign it off there. A Narfma GG to all, and to all a good night, I suppose.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
All right, everyone. Have a good one.